Call the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting to order. Start with the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God. Looks like, did we hear from Donna? All right, we're going to deem Donna necessarily absent. Fred is remote. Few orders of business, emergency exits, sides, out in the hallway in the back. Restrooms are out in the back as well in the lobby. Please be sure to sign the attendance sheet. That's very helpful. There is the proposed variance in the resolution that's in the back. Business cards are in the back as well. Please turn off your cell phones or silence them. And if there's any other exhibits that we have today that it's not in front of us, you're welcome to use them. Same as before. Do your best to use compass points and identify where you can instead of here or there, and it makes it difficult for the Amber to create a record for us. Approval of minutes, July 5th, 2022. I would like, if everyone's good with it, motion for approval.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. A second?
I'll second.
Matt, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Okay, great. Mr. Friedman. So, quick review. What you're asking for is the front parking lot, a 10-foot relief to expand the parking lot within the 80-foot setback. And what we were concerned about is where that and how you were going to plan on the flow through traffic. And largely, I think the concern was for emergency vehicles to be able to get in between the vehicles. You've submitted, let's see, both the previous rendering and then the updated rendering. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like what's going to happen is you're going to have to either remove one or two of the trees. Looks like a couple of spruces and an oak. Is that right?
Yes.
And you're going to save those and,
We're going to, excuse me, we will relocate them.
okay. Are you going to still use those as buffers or relocate them in some other?
If we
place
could
in the
use
lot?
them as buffers close to the road, that would be the easiest. If not, we'd have to cluster them down further with the other trees in the middle.
Yeah, I would think the better buffering that you can create there, I would think the better. Certainly if other board members feel, agree or disagree, I'd like them to chime in on that.
I think one of the comments from the county had to do with,
There were no comments from the county.
sorry, comment from somewhere. I'll pull it back up. Just reading it. Oh, it was from Adam. Originally, I think when it was originally, the site was originally approved, it had that landscaping was required, right, was part of what came out of the site plan approval process. I'll find the text. Keep going. My apologies. I had it in front of me a second ago.
Okay, so what I'm trying to discern here is with given that the variance is granted, I'm still not clear on what do those two rows of vehicles look like? Is it going to be a path in between them, or is it going to be like the others that I see in the aerial when you have vehicles, if lack of a better term, bumper to bumper?
No, excuse me, no, it should just be the one row. For that, it would just be the one row.
All right, so you're going to have just the one row that's, if you will, closest to the road,
Facing the road, yep.
and then there's going to be a lane.
And then the road that's currently there today, basically.
The updated aerial, you're not going to move those vehicles forward,
Did he, okay, so he drew a second lane into the new area. So yeah, if we We wouldn't do anything bumper to bumper in that, so we'd go a row, space, and then a row. When the front row today, there's nothing behind that. There's nothing,
How are you getting more cars there?
Right.
because we're pushing everything forward.
You're not putting additional cars, you're just moving.
Right, but those 25 cars, or those 25 spaces, and then it'll create other spots on the lot for us as well, so. I
But
mean,
if you're just pushing it forward with no cars behind it, isn't it the
some
same?
of the cars will be right behind it. The row, all we're looking to do is, if we didn't move anything and we paved that spot, putting a row of cars on that spot, that's paved.
Oh, bumper to bumper?
There doesn't have to be a spot, there have to be a row between the row in the street and the existing row.
How about if we use this, not the aerial, but the drawing itself? We have that? Okay. So the way that I see the drawing that we're looking at, it's called a site plan, preliminary site plan, drawing number C1. And I see on the southern portion, there is a orange, which appears to me to be the proposed expansion area. You agree with that so far? With lines through it.
Okay.
It-
Doesn't even look orange to me, but,
Okay?
Okay.
Red or
okay.
Yellow, maybe?
Yellow.
We'll call it yellow.
yellow?
Yeah, just-
Let's go with yellow.
I figure I'm an eye test.
So that area is the proposed expansion area, correct? And the question I have for you is, for the vehicles that are going to be then parked in there, are there still going to be vehicles in this row behind it that's marked, looks like it's 33 spaces,
Yes,
just to the north?
yes.
Okay.
yes.
That makes
That was my comment, when I
Oh,
said
okay, I'm
those cars
sorry.
are gonna be bumper to bumper.
When you said, I thought you meant like, but, okay,
But the-
okay, I got you,
The car
yes.
parked in the yellow is gonna
It would've stayed
maybe have
there.
a walkway in between
Yes.
in the car. I mean, there's no vehicles going in between the
No.
yellow and the other row of
Right,
cars.
exactly, no, that's exactly,
I think now we're all on the same page.
okay, yeah.
I did find the comment, it actually was from the county, it was from Linda Phillips to Amber. Due to the meeting cancellation, I did not draft any comments. It looks like the proper additional pavement does not require removal of very nice landscaping that was required at original site development. As indicated in the email, it's been 30 days. Our board is free to take final action without county recommendations or comments. So that was, I picked up on the nice landscaping that was required at original site development. So to me, that just supports doing something with those trees or planting, if you're gonna,
Yeah.
if you get rid of that tree, just plant another one, that kind of thing. I
Yeah.
saw that comment and just said, try to preserve.
Yeah, we use Country Care Landscapers, we'll reach out to them and get their professional opinion what to do with those existing trees, either to replant them or replace them.
Great, okay. So, Matt, any questions, comments, concerns?
Those are the only two questions or comments I had.
Sarah?
On my way here today, I noticed that by the entrance, you have cars currently parked in the grass. Will this alleviate that?
That's going to change in another meeting, but eventually that's going to be changing as well, too. But for different plant and different board.
Okay,
I filed paperwork for that. It's going to be an electrical charging station
okay,
at the front for electrical vehicles.
okay.
Yeah, RG&E's already done all the work. It's just, we go to the planning board. This is the zoning board, correct?
Yep. Yes.
I'm sorry, so it's on the planning board. I filed the paperwork with Lisa this morning, actually.
You won't need a variance for that.
That's what she said.
It's no longer, it no longer would be vehicles for display, so the setback would change.
Okay, good to know.
So then, cars wouldn't be there constantly, it would just be there to charge for maybe an hour or two, and then they'd be gone?
Right, it'd be public chargers, so people could come there 24 hours a day to access.
Also, they're not for your cars that need to be
No,
charged.
they're it's part of the RG&E programs. They have to be like because they co-opt a lot of it, so it's like Eastview Mall. And you have to pay to use them, but then they're open to anybody. So if you look for an EV charging station, we'll pop up, just like Eastview Mall and Canandaigua Bank.
But until then, I'm assuming, but for her comment, like
I know.
there shouldn't be cars there.
No,
right? I mean,
I must have gone out the back way today. Didn't see him. I'll take a look first thing in the morning, get them situated. Must have been for the landscapers.
Anything else, Sarah?
No, that was it.
Fred, comments, concerns, questions?
Well, this seems so easy. It's only a few feet. Other places have had more. It's going to look just almost like it does now. So no, I don't have any complaints or comments or anything. I just vote on it.
Great, thank you. Adam, any concerns that you have with this?
Just to follow up, I reviewed the original site plan, and I also spoke with the fire marshal about whether or not, if that turnaround was obstructed, whether it was breaking any kind of code. And we both agreed it wasn't because there's no structure over there that the fire apparatus would be required to get to.
Good, okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, sir.
Okay. Anyone from the public want to speak for or against? Nothing? Good, all right. So let's run through then the proposed variance. First, undesirable change would not be produced in the character of the neighborhood or district detriment to nearby properties created by the granting of an area variance. What has been determined in previous meetings, other variances were granted. Van Borel would be one, another car dealership, it escapes me now.
Jeep, is it? Who's right next door building?
Jeep, yep.
Excuse me.
And really no comments or negative comments from the county planning board. The applicant appears to be willing to either preserve the current buffering that's there by moving the trees to save it, or at least to save the trees, put them some other place, and then replace those trees with some other buffering that was part of the previous variance granted. Would anyone like to add anything else to the first criteria? Second, the benefits sought by the applicant cannot be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than an area variance. Again, in the prior meetings we had, the applicant indicated that the lot is maxed out, and also he's been using another location for vehicles. This on McCann?
Yeah, McMahon Road.
McMahon Road, sorry. It's on McMahon Road. So looking for the additional spaces will alleviate the strain of having the sufficient room for his vehicles. Anyone want to add anything else to the second criteria? Third, the requested area variance is not substantial, in part that there were other dealerships, vehicle dealerships on 96 that were granted variances, and I think that's all we want to put in there. Anyone want to add or comment on the third criteria? Fourth, the proposed variance will not have adverse effect or impact on the physical and environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district. We've heard nothing from either the applicant or any questions that were raised that would give any indication that this would have any kind of adverse effect or impact on the physical and environmental conditions of the neighborhood or district. Fifth, the alleged difficulty is self-created. However, that alone will not be determinative of granting or denying a variance. As indicated earlier, the condition still will be kept with, like the previous variances, regarding the buffering that's to the south of the parking area. Anyone like to add anything else to the criterias or any comments or conditions? Hearing none. We would entertain a motion for approval.
A motion to approve.
Matt,
I second that.
thank you, Fred. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
I,
Carried.
not opposed, I just late aye in it.
Gotcha, Fred, thank you. All right. So, congratulations,
Thank
good
you.
luck to you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for your time and patience.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
You too. All right, is there anything else to come before the board? Matt? Sure. Yes. Wow, you're so excited.
Actually, just a request.
Sure.
This is on right. Ed Cahovic Town Board. For your next meeting, August 1st, I'll be out of town. Would you like me to zoom in, have another town board member sub in, or just let it ride the way it is?
On personal vacation?
Yes.
Good for you.
Have someone else, don't zoom in on vacation.
Yeah, you
So I'm
know,
willing to do
No
it,
one
but,
else
all
coming.
right, I'll see if I can get somebody else from the board to stop
I mean,
in.
oh, sorry, I don't want to.
That's okay.
I'm just,
no, yeah, absolutely, enjoy your vacation.
Okay.
If someone from the board wants to, come along and see what we do, I think they know what we do.
Yeah.
Just- Or can watch us on video, that's fine, but
Okay.
it should be,
I'll let them know, and then I'll follow up with you. I'll let you know
yeah,
whether, who it's going to be or it's not going to be, as the case may be.
sounds great.
Okay,
Enjoy
that was
your
it.
vacation. Very good.
Thanks, looking forward to it.
Thanks.
sorry about that.
It's all right. I'm going to give you the scepter pretty soon. Adam, anything?
I'm also not going to be here at the August 1st meeting, and
Something I said?
Rick McGrain, Rick McGrain will be here in my stead.
All right, great.
I wasn't going to offer to zoom in, though.
But no. Vacations are important. That's good. Otherwise, everything's good. Sarah, anything?
I'll
Matt?
be here August 1st.
Right.
Fred
Good.
might be back.
All right, let's leave it at that. All right, motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, thanks so much. Have a great night. Appreciate your time.
Good night, everybody.